Welcome Manchester United fans, I've got another video out for you looking at Rashford Amorim player profile. So lads, I'm going to go through some certain player profiles that I've noticed during games that I've seen Rashford Amorim directly impact and have a positive impact on them as players and also us as a team. So let's get into it. Right, to begin with, Mazraoui. Mazraoui naturally and arguably is a fullback. So for example, he's a right back and Diallo is arguably a left back or a right back. However, in this system, Mazraoui has been used as a right centre back, which has been absolutely fantastic. It's similar how Conte used Azpilicueta at Chelsea. So with Mazraoui, we know defensively he's very strong. So in these duels out wide, he's naturally okay pushing out wide against wingers because he's a fullback anyway. So he's normally winning a lot of these one-on-one duels and bringing the ball away. He's excellent at that. It's one of his strengths. However, also because of his stature, his understanding, his positioning, he can defend these areas extremely well. So even if a cross is coming from the other side, from one of their wingers, maybe a far cross into the other winger, Mazraoui is absolutely reading the situations perfectly because of his high IQ. So off the ball and defensively, he's superb. And as United fans, we saw it. We even saw it in the Europa League game where he won the ball in this area here, and I'll put the video on screen. He beat two players and then basically fed it to one of our strikers, which was Højlund, to score a goal. Also, what I want to look at with Mazraoui, he can drive into these spaces. I've mentioned this before. Let me just remove this. So these spaces here, let me change the color as well. These spaces here, Mazraoui, he can drive into these spaces. The reason why is because the winger is normally occupied with the wing back. So therefore, the other winger is normally occupied as well with our wing back, which gives spaces to Martinez and Mazraoui to drive into these areas with the ball. And Mazraoui's got really good combination play and can play with our midfielders and continue to progress the ball forward. Also with Mazraoui, because he's pushing out, it allows Ahmad to push on. And now Ahmad is more of a threat in these areas here, in the opposition middle third and attacking third. So we're seeing Ahmad being utilised really well in that sense because Mazraoui is allowing him to push out. Also with Mazraoui, Rashford Amorim's done really well because we missed out on a centre back with Euro being injured. So therefore he's utilised him and looked at his qualities and he's maximised him in this position, whilst Mazraoui has also shown the qualities to perform in this position. Right, the next player, our star boy, Diallo. Let's talk about him. So defensively, this could have been an issue in these defensive areas here. However, what Ahmad has shown us as United fans is one-on-one duels has actually been really good. If we look at his duels against Everton on the weekend, he won 11 out of 14 ground duels. So these duels on the ground he's winning, and not just winning, he's bringing the ball out the back and also playing it into players going forward, whilst also carrying it himself. So also with Diallo, in this middle third areas, he is doing absolutely fantastic for United, and here's why. I'm going to touch on it. So Diallo, he's combining and moving inwards with our central midfielders. He's also playing this reverse pass. I don't know if you noticed it against Everton. He's playing this reverse pass into here for Rashford to run onto. And I'll show a clip later on in the video. And Rashford, using his pace, can get onto these. Also with Diallo, as the ball is on one side, for example, say the ball is on this side of the field and Diallo's got it, he's combining with Mainu, everyone's pushing across carefully. Zirkzee's providing an option, Casemiro's moving a bit more inwards, Rashford's a bit central because of his right number 10 position, Ahmad is finding himself in spaces here. So what's happening is the ball might come into Fernandes, and Fernandes is looking up, knowing these players have all come across, because this player's going to mark Rashford, and everyone's just coming tight across, but it's leaving a massive space here for Ahmad to run onto, and Fernandes is making these switches in play, and Diallo is providing a fantastic outlet on the right hand side, and athletically he's actually surprised me and done better than I thought he would, because he's been up and down this area of the field excellently. Also, when he's in the final third, so we'll remove this, that's the middle third, in the final third, which is basically this area here, Ahmad is causing havoc. On the ball again, he's looking for these reverse passes, because Rashford is attacking this space here and he's playing it into Rashford with some reverse passes. Also, he's actually causing so much problems to their fullback and bringing their team back and back and back, making United perform in this 3-2-5 shape, because he's pinning back the opposition. And now we've got 3 centre backs, 2 central midfielders and 5 attackers, and he's actually beating his fullback quite often, and closer to goal, is actually closer to goal. So if we move it around here, for example, he's not only combining and looking for our teammates like Zirkzee, he's also taking shots, he's also playing Rashford through, and Rashford making these runs, and he's also beating his defender, so him taking him on, and then he's either feeding it or trying to score himself. So he's been absolutely superb on that right hand side, and I can't express it enough how good he's been. Let's just reorganize this pitch slightly. Put him in a 4-3-3. There you go, United can be in the 5, it's fine. Right, the last person I want to touch on is Marcus Rashford. So we know Marcus Rashford qualities are off the ball. For example, he's a very good runner in terms of attacking these wide channels over here, and also attacking the spaces between the centre backs. So for example, these spaces here, these spaces here. So what's happening is Ahmad's driving in with the ball, and what's Rashford's doing, he's not getting involved in build up play like here, take a touch, pass it back, go there, Rashford goes here, or can I have it back, pass it me, and then I pass it to Zirkzee. No. What he's doing is attacking this final line. So this back line here, I'll highlight it just so it stands out. This back line here, he's attacking it. And he's attacking it through his runs. So he knows Ahmad is going to make these runs inverted, and he's attacking these spaces here like that. And also what he's doing is, when Ahmad's even further and further on, as we saw yesterday for one of the goals, he's making these diagonal runs. He's making these diagonal runs, for example, like this. We'll do it in red. 1 second. He's making these diagonal runs, so Ahmad can now play the reverse pass into Rashford, obviously staying on side, and then Rashford's basically slotting it in the goal, and that happened yesterday versus Everton. So that's what I wanted to highlight. I could also highlight Zirkzee. Zirkzee's been dropping in, not attacking the space in behind, because his quality is to drop in, feed it, find a player, turn with the ball. So for example, defenders tight against him, turn with him. Can I feed Rashford into this area now because he's got a bit more space, or can I feed it out wide? Zirkzee's been really good at that, and at times he's done really well as well attacking the box, which Rashford Amorim touched on, that he needs to attack the box more, so that when we are in these areas, for example, move everyone just a bit back, that he's actually an out ball, a target man, and someone that can get on the end of chances and score, as we saw yesterday. Overall, I could profile a lot of these players continuously in terms of how well Rashford Amorim has actually used them since he's arrived. So I'm absolutely delighted with this. Let me know what you think as well in the comments below. Make sure to like the video and subscribe.